Welcome to Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Philip Wesley, though I'm out, and today we're going to talk a little bit about these. Or rather, there's a bit of a problem with these. And that problem comes out when you go to try and charge them. Now, you can attach them to the side of the Nintendo Switch. That works. If it's inside, like inside the dock, that works fine. You can just pop them in, you're good. Even if you have customized docks, but if you've got, like, say, a Switch Lite and you don't have a Switch you can dock it to, then that is a bit of a problem, wouldn't it be? You know, and now what we're going to go ahead and do here in this video is, well, we're going to take a look at different charging options that work with your normal Joy-Cons, which we've got a bunch around here. And then we're going to go over and find out what type of charger you could use if you can't put these into your Switch. Now, I have both of the Switches. I've got the Switch and Switch Lite. I use the Switch Lite a lot, to be perfectly honest. I use it as kind of I like it as kind of my main console. Then I use the other one as kind of like for capture purposes. But I do love the fact that you can have all sorts of different colors of Joy-Cons and whatnot in there, which in itself is another problem. I mean, let's just be honest here. There's way too many Joy-Con, and there's not a left orange or a right purple, and those are kind of ones that I want. Outside of color wave stuff, anyways. But yeah, the problem is, if you have the NES Classic Joy-Cons and you have a Nintendo Switch Lite, how on earth are you going to charge these? Now, I have a Nintendo Switch as well, so I can just pop them in on the side and we're good. But I thought, well, maybe there's other chargers that'll work for it. And I discovered kind of a bit of a problem. Now, this is going to take a little bit of straining, but let's say, for example, that you want to charge these on, say, a third-party charging item, and you don't have the ability to hook it up to your TV or whatnot, or you don't have the have a normal Switch which you can just dock it to the side of. You're probably one of those people who was like, well, I went out and I bought this, or I bought this one, like the Bionic one, which, by the way, we were sent this by Bionic, and they were pretty awesome like that. However, this one, which, by the way, you can see all the little things there, like which side they're supposed to be on. I know, I was joking on that. But yeah, you see this part right here on let me show you something real quick on the Joy-Con. On every Joy-Con, right down here, right, let's move it in a little bit so you can see it. Let's focus. Okay, on this side right here, in this little section right here, are several little gold contacts. The gold contacts are right under here, right under that little slab. That's where they are on this as well. So, in order for something to be able to charge it, you need to be able to make contact with that. That's why there's some Joy-Con chargers that just have you drop them in like this. There's no slide rail or whatnot. Of course, those ones, which you've seen, as fancy as they look, they won't work with this. But do other ones, like this one, which you can get for like 20 bucks at Target, or this one which you can get like a variation of this that's round, and a variation of this that's more square, both of which you can get at Best Buy or GameStop or whatnot. And then there's the other ones we're going to pull out over here, like this is the Bionic, this is the Bionic battery pack one, which has its own little dock, and it's its own little battery. And then, of course, let's put that up there. There is the charging grip, which, yeah, that's not going to work. I mean, you could literally go get another charging grip, and then what you do is you take the screws off of here, and then this thing just pops out. You can literally pop that out and then use that to charge them, because they will fit through the rail. And I'll pick up one of these, another one of these, and take it apart for y'all so I can show you how to do that. But for right now, you know, this won't work with that. And I got one more over here, which is the little red one. There's a black variation of it. It's a weighted case. it's got like a little attachment that you attach to your Pro controller, and you can always slide your Pro controller into that and charge it. But yeah, let's take a look at these. I just brought out all these over here, like the purple, the pink, the greens, the yellows. These are bright red, although I think the lighting makes them look a little bit not as neon red as they should. Let me turn that down a little. There we go. That should liven up a bit. This is the orange, like the fire cone orange, neon yellow, etc. And while those theoretically would well, let's get into what these do. What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and charge these with each of these different ones. Okay, that is kind of cruelly short, but let's go ahead and just put it in there anyways. Let's see, this would be on the right hand side. As you can see, it doesn't do this, and if it were plugged in, let's see here, let's try and do that. Up. Okay, let me move this a little bit. I plugged it in and there's no light. Now if I were to plug in, say, let's plug in a right one here, it would have that light. Wait, let me actually plug that all the way in. There we go. Come on. Wait. What in the heck? Okay. There's something preventing this from going in all the way, and I'm not sure what's happening with that. That's bizarre. Oh, is it upside down? Oh. There we go. Okay. Let's try this. See? You plug it in, and you'd see a little red light, which we're going to... See? We got this. It's in red light. Now we're just going to try and put this one in. Nothing. Doesn't even hit all the contacts. Yeah. So that one's a bust. It'll work on your normal Joy-Cons and look really nice doing so. I mean, let's take a look at this for a second. Let's do yellow. Oh, let's do red and blue. I mean, look at that. That is pretty sweet. But the NES Joy-Cons won't charge on it, so it's a little bit of a bust there. Good for your other Joy-Cons, bad for that one. Now let's take a look at this one. Now, as you can see, that just goes up flush, and I don't think that's going to work either. Let's move the camera a little bit. We'll pop in one of these. Heck, you don't even have to have two left, two right, one left, one right in there. You can just be like, yep. Wait, let me grab one of these pink ones. I'm gonna grab a left pink and a right yellow. Boop. And let's go ahead and yep, the lights are on. So that one works. But for Joy-Cons, not for it works for Joy-Cons, but not for anything else, which is kind of sad. It won't work on my NES Joy-Cons. Okay, let's see with this one. Now this one should be a bit of a no-brainer. You just slide these up onto there, and it should even start charging them while it's still there. So it's still like, this is one of the better ones, and funny enough, boom, you can still charge this up while these are charging, and if it's flush with it, it doesn't prevent this from charging. It seems to fit perfectly with them. So the Bionic one will work with those. So that's a good one. Let's see here. Let's do. I'm doing the purple here and the green there. Nice. Now let's take a look at these. Of course, we would normally have 2 of these on there, and we'd have 2 in the charging grip. But yeah, let's take a look at this one right here. It's got one of the longest cables. So let's go ahead and plug it in. There we go. Okay. Now we have this. Yay, it's charging. Now let's go ahead and drop these in here. We know the Joy-Cons will work on that. What about these? Ah, success. So, the solution is, if you have an NES, the NES Joy-Cons, and you have say a Nintendo Switch Lite, and you need something for charging them, you're going to want to track down the Bionic tablet one, which is this one, or you're going to want to track down this little stand that also charges a Pro controller. So there you go. Those are the those 2 charging stands, and of course using your Nintendo Switch will work perfectly fine with that. Other stuff, not so much. Okay. There's those. Oh, I just realized something. Okay, I was wondering what happened to that one. I plugged in the wrong stuff into that cornucopia of controllers. There we go. Well, let's see. We want the ketchup and mustard, and then Valentine's Day colors. There we go. Oops, wait, I don't want it to find anything. Yeah, I accidentally dropped it a moment. And that's like, oops, that's why I had to hit the recording real quick. But Valentine's Day colors. There's your pink and blue. Yay! And then, of course, yeah, these will go up on top of the Switch. And that's how you end up charging those. And yes, for some reason I have... how many Joy-Cons is so bad. I also have another charging grip. I have multiple charging grips. I've got like 2 or 3 of these, because they're useful. I am going to probably take one apart and edit it so I can use these on it. But yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is enough for about 15 players. So Nintendo needs to do the right thing and let me put out like 16-player Mario Kart or something. You can also connect GameCube controllers and the ilk to it. So yeah, there's a lot. This is actually, a lot of this has to do with the fact that Animal Crossing is out soon. You can have up to 8 villagers. So I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Somebody's going to have to use, like, someone's going to have to split up some controllers, or I'll just use one of the other controllers I have. But yeah, I got enough controllers. Whew! Oh my gosh, lots of controllers. So, what'd you think? If you're in the market for, say, if you have a Nintendo Switch and you want to pick up the NES Classic controllers that they sell, you're going to end up having to figure out how you're going to charge them, which is why you should seek out this, or seek out one of these charge grips and then do a do-it-yourself type project where you remove the backing, which I'll do in a future video. That way we can, and also I think there's some third-party charge docks there, just a little middle slab. But yeah, that's something you can do, or something to look into in the future. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Hit that thumbs up, that share button, that subscribe button, ring that little bell so you're notified whenever we have a brand new video here on Area DMG. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up.
Morning, Maya.